Hey everyone, what's going on? My name is Nicholas Echevarria, and I'm a software developer and writer based in New York City. I'm here today to show off a little bit of my application called Triad. This project was inspired by an old school PlayStation 1 classic called Final Fantasy VIII. In it, you were able to play a mini game that took the form of a card game titled Triad. I decided to make this my final project for Flatiron School because I wanted to make sure that something that I loved, gaming, came through in the projects that I create. So, without any further ado, let's jump right in. Triad has a React front end and a Rails back end, along with BOMA CSS styling to sort of unify different elements across pages. I will preface everything by saying that this is very much a work in progress. They weren't kidding when they said that game logic is difficult. And I spent most of my time thus far working on just that, and then making it pretty as well. So, as you can see here, we have the login page, and I have the goal of incorporating Firebase to log in, but that hasn't quite happened yet. Let's go ahead and move on when we do log in to the home page, where players will have three options: play, my collection, and log out. My collection is also a work in progress. I'd like to give the players options of which cards to use in their hands, but that's going to be down the pipeline. But let's get to the meat of the project. You have an alert here that says it's player two's turn, something that I'd like to make a sort of pop up in the middle of the screen first, but I need to get into some more animation. This is the game here. This is the game board. We have a 3x3 grid. We have scores, and then we have 5 card hands for each player. This is player 1, and that's player 2. Just a quick review or breakdown of the game itself. Each card has 4 values that correspond to each side of the card. So, if I go ahead, since it's player 2's turn, and play something like Squall here, and then player 1 decides to play Ifrit here, now or player 1, I have 6 points versus 4, which you can't, I think, see here. Let's go ahead and move this over. There you go. And then play continues until the grid is full, and the winner is determined by who has more points. So let's say I play Ultima Weapon here. And there you go. Now we're back to even. I have a lot of plans for this game going forward. I would love to have, online play. I'd love to have players be able to play by themselves against AI, but that would require computer AI as well. There's a lot in the pipeline. I'd love your feedback. Please find me on LinkedIn. You can see you can go to my portfolio there when I put it up, and I'd be super happy to talk to anybody about what their ideas are or any kind of suggestions that they have. I really appreciate your time today, and thanks so much for checking out my application Triad.